following segment is sponsored by the Utah Department of Health. In a world where darkness can sometimes overshadow hope, there is an organization right here in Utah that's dedicated to helping people find safe spaces and safe people. BreeAnn is here to tell us more about it. BreeAnn, thank you so much for coming in today.
Thank you for having me.
This is such an important topic. Talk to us about what is Live On.
Yeah, Live On Utah is Utah's suicide prevention campaign. So tons of resources available on our website, liveonutah.org, but really teaches skills and information about how to help somebody, how to get help for yourself if you need it as well, and just tons of different resources.
So amazing and so important. What are some of Live On's goals for this year?
Yeah, so one great thing that Live On has recently launched is the Live On playbook, and so that's one of the big things that we're really hoping people can engage in. It is Utah's first suicide prevention training taught entirely through Instagram. So there's 10 minutes or less, or 10 lessons, 10 minutes or less, where you can learn tangible skills to help somebody who may be struggling with suicidal ideation.
So let's talk about what is safe and what isn't. How do we determine that? Because sometimes it can be pretty tricky.
Yeah, and it can be scary kind of talking about suicide and knowing what do we do and how do we help somebody. There's kind of this misconception out there that if we bring suicide up to somebody, that may plant the thought.
Right.
But that's really not true. All of our research shows that when we ask someone directly about suicidal ideation, that is instead going to reduce risk and offer the possibility that we can connect that person to resources.
Okay, and this may be a hard question, but it's important. What if we are feeling unsafe? What should we do?
Absolutely. So there's tons of great resources in Utah. We have the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline that you can access by dialing 988. And so that would be a great first step of reaching out to the Crisis Lifeline and getting connected to more resources. You can always check out liveonutah.org. Tons of great resources and ways to be connected through that website as well. So I could talk about resources all day. There's so many, but those are kind of two that I think are really helpful for people who may be struggling.
Well, we could talk about this topic all day, but really fast, why is education on this topic so important?
I think it's so important because, suicide is preventable and there are steps that we can take to help save a life. So if someone is having thoughts of suicide, helping them recognize that they're not alone and that there is help, I just think is so vital.
It's absolutely so important, and really, it's so important to look up these resources. Where can we go for more information?
You can check out liveonutah.org and then follow Live On Utah on Instagram.
All right, perfect. Well, thank you so much for all the work you're doing, and thank you so much for coming on the show today.
Thank you for having me.